call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hi, this is Kathy McGee. My husband and I are president of Operation Smile. We take care of children all over the world with facial deformities.
Kathy has a nursing degree, and so she understands medicine completely. But she also got a master's in human development and a master's in social work and education. And so she kind of got all the infrastructure in place to do things. And I think that the way she sees things and she approaches things is different, definitely very different than the way that I see things with my eyes and approach things. And she's tireless, absolutely tireless.
I read this book, and a lot of people have read it. It's a bestseller. It's an old book. It's called The Boys in the Boat. And it's about rowing and oarsmen. And these were young people who wanted to have rowing in the state of Washington. So, you know, it was a struggle for these guys because they were young, they were from out west and farms, and it was a struggle to compete against the East Coast because they had it. Harvard had it, Yale had it. So they struggled, but they started working together and they started oaring and they started moving and they started to learn how to work together. And I think this is what's so important for all of us. If we're gonna make this impact now, we're gonna have to do it together. The programs have to know what education is doing and where the money is coming from. And the money has to go with those two things. So I just wanna say this is the impact you are going to make. And what Bill says, we're going to be out there, but this is hopefully we kind of are a drop in the water actually with this, but it will start people thinking we've got to get healthcare out there. 5 billion people have nothing. That's crazy.
Gingerbread cookies.
Alexa, play John Denver's greatest hits. Hey Alexa, play Bill's playlist. Now, hey Alexa, play Shakira. Hey Alexa, play Shakira. Music is magic. It really is magic because you can have everybody relatively quiet. But like if we have a Latino crowd in here from Central South America and I put on a Shakira song, Hips Don't Lie, you immediately see the difference in the body language of the people that are in here. All of a sudden people are standing up and dancing and stuff like that. It's funny, I mean, a disc jockey really understands that because they know when they watch their crowd how to make sure the music is right for the crowd. But it's body language that tells you all of that immediately. So right from the beginning, we would have parties over here with the Upsmile, and everybody would bond together. And it was always great for the people that work with us because they got to know everybody in a more intimate way than they did by just sitting at a desk and everything. And so it just became part of the ethic of the organization to continue to have those kind of things. Most of my brothers and sisters really were talented with music, and a number of them sang their way through college with guitars and stuff like that. And I was one of the only people that had absolutely no talent in music whatsoever. So I had to use music as my comedy routine.
fundraising, they're kind of parties, but they're actually bringing people together, whether that's with the medical, with the donors, so that everybody's engaged. And we actually have put, a lot of time into exposing ourselves.
Please welcome the founders of this outstanding organization, Dr. Bill and Kathy McGee.
People want to be together and either celebrate or, make a difference by what they're doing. And it's hard for us, right? We operate around the world. We do take care of kids in this U.S. It's easy for us, though. We just connect with our hospitals and they take this child. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of them. So, to get our community involved, we have to really show them what they're doing and how they connect the world to their community.
Hey, I'm Yvonne Strahovski. I'm standing here at the Operation Smile Red Carpet event tonight in Hollywood.
We usually have the right celebrities, right, that really care.
I'm Brooke Charvet, and I'm a Smile ambassador. This is my 5th year emceeing.
This is really near and dear to my heart. My nephew was actually born with a cleft lip and a cleft palate.
Hi, I'm Kate Walsh. My name's Whitney Cummings. Google me.
I found Operation Smile probably about 8 years ago or something like that, and I just really believed in them. I believe in the McGees. I believe in Robin. I believe in everyone that we work with there. I believe in their mission statement, and they try to make the world a better place and bringing worth to the lives of those that are being told that they are worthless. And I think that we're very passionate about wanting to make sure that everyone in the world feels like they mean something.
I think they've been very effective. I'd love to get more of them involved. I know it is their time, but they have a lot of talent to push the awareness out there.
Operation Smile is such an important part of our lives, and having had the privilege of personally seeing missions in Vietnam, Honduras, Jordan, Nicaragua, we've seen firsthand, like many of the others tonight, what 45 minutes can do to change a life and hope for the future is reborn.
Is it nice to have people come to you?
Oh, yeah. Because, with the celebrities, they'll say, listen, I just want to do this. Just connect and we'll do it for the future. And then you try to go to them, but you have to go to their, to their manager, right? Their manager doesn't want them doing free things. The manager wants them making money.
While you were in your first meeting, I was trying to find a bunch of numbers, but the numbers can be really spotty. So we're gonna try to go in one of two ways. We're either gonna call the office directly, or we're gonna call Warner Brothers Studio and ask for a transfer.
What's the assistant's name?
Oh, Jeannie.
Jeannie?
I mean, usually, okay, so the best
Gotta
thing,
know exactly.
Yeah, when
and
she
I have to also say right away, they don't cut me off and say, well, who are you, blah, blah, blah. I can say, well, they've received a letter from us and I'm just trying to follow up with Jeannie because she has it.
Yeah, but you should say it because then people will be like, whoa, she's calling.
Yeah. So then we get blocked sometimes by their managers.
Okay.
So we've had a discussion with Jeannie, and she gave us her email to have this letter sent to her. Then we have to see who knows who and work around the manager. So that's always a challenge. Right. I think Jeannie was saying, look, we can do something. Let's talk about it. Send me information and then let's talk about it. So I think you're trying to maybe take us the long way when we've already kind of done this and then, spoken to Jeannie and, she's suggested to speak to her now. My husband are the founders of Operation Smile. We've been doing this 35 years, have taken care of over 350,000 children with facial deformities for free. And So this has gone to Jeannie, and if she could give us a call back, that would be great. I'm gonna give you my cell. This is my cell.
Okay.
757. So that's why it's so tough to work with this crowd. And you know, sometimes they put you right to the agent.
Yeah.
And I mean, an assistant would be much better, but an agent doesn't want you to be doing this because they want to make money.
That was really tough. That was.
Well, that's why I have to throw 35 years.
Yeah.
Basically, if you want an organization to grow, you have to stress the organization. And you have to take on new challenges, and you have to convince the people who work with you that it's okay to take on those new challenges. That used to be a little bit easier because the group we were with was smaller. And so we did some really, really crazy things. We did a thing called the World Journey of Hope back in 1999. And it really started, we had a chance to meet the Pope.
Well, Bill and I were invited to Rome to see the Pope. And so while we were there, we actually went to get the photos because they always take photos of you with the Pope. And we went into this gallery, and he saw that the Pope had all these Vietnamese come to Rome, and with that, thousands, and that, you know, he blessed them. And he was like, you know what, we could do this with Operation Smile. We could bring all these kids from these different countries to Rome and then fly them back, operate on them, and then bring them back, and the Pope could, you know, bless them, and they'd have their surgeries done. So we went back with that to the board, and they were like, that is dumb. That is dumb. You are not doing that. So we were like, okay. So then people gave us ideas. They didn't realize it. They were just mad. Why would you call us the Pope Project? You know, why wouldn't you call it something else? And you don't need to bring those kids to Rome. You could just operate on them, and we could use that money of flying them back and forth to actually purchase equipment so that people would have equipment in those countries to really operate on them. Like, that's a good idea. And so we took their ideas. They weren't really happy that we were like, yeah, sure, you have a better idea. Let's do that. And so that's why we call the journey.
All the trips we took and all the things we did, which were totally outside the box, she would see an opportunity and orchestrate the whole thing. So it was, you know, something outside the box was never outside the box for her.
What do you want to do in life? That's what it's all about, you know, and we've been able to, you know, really be helpful. And so, you know, I've given up things, you know, you can have fun playing tennis, but I'm not going to spend my day playing tennis, that is for sure. It's a great little sport. I have played, you know, I have golfs, but I could never leave what I'm doing. I just feel like I wasn't really here for any purpose if I did things like that.
I can still remember when we met each other as teenagers. I said to her at one point in time, we were in a place called Palisade Amusement Park in New Jersey, at a pool, and laying down on the boardwalk, and I said, what do you want to do in life? And she said, I either want to be an airline stewardess or a nun in Africa, taking care of the poor. And I thought to myself, what in the hell am I doing dating this young lady? But the reality is she had a chance to become both. And you know, the genesis of that was there at her very core.
Why those two careers?
Well, I always used to watch TV and these, all the kids in Africa and what they didn't have. And so I just felt, gee, if I could be helpful out there, it seems like there's just a ton of needs. And, you know, I thought through my Catholic faith, that would be appropriate. You know, just something I always felt like I wanted to do. I watched it on TV and I was like, I've got to do this for the future. And so it worked out. Actually, Operation Smile got us to Africa which, you know, was just where I wanted to land at the end of the day.
Why did you want to be an airline stewardess?
Well, I just thought you'd have to fly to get there.